Hi, I'm Gecko from Gecko.com. Wanted to show a few of the different fat-tailed geckos that we're working with right now. This little guy right here is a typical normal looking fat tail. It's actually the striped phase of a normal fat tail. Really pretty little gecko. A lot of fat tails come out with that white stripe down the back. A lot of them are just a straight banded. So that's one kind that we've been working with for quite a long time. Here's the Melanistic or Albino fat tail. These guys are kind of small. We'll try to get them in the camera as much as possible. Really nice little tangerine amel. That's the first color mutation with fat tails that we ever started working with. I've had these for almost 10 years now. These are all young babies, just hatched out this year, a couple of months ago. Really pretty little orange gecko. Some of the newer ones, well actually no, here's another one that I wanted to show, something else that we're working with the fat tails. We're working with a lot of these broken band amels. Where there's, see that break right there? We think that's the start of a jungle project or an aberrant pattern project. So we've been holding a lot of that stuff back and crossing them to each other and getting more extreme broken bands. So it should add a little bit of diversity with fat-tailed geckos for the different types of patterns that are available. Next one that we have here, this is a caramel albino striped fat tail. It's a different line of albino than what the amel is. Really neat looking gecko, kind of has a pretty different color. This one's actually a lot whiter than what's typical too. Pretty little gecko. Next one we have here is one of my favorites. This is a striped patternless. It's just the stripe mutation added in with the patternless. This is a little male that we hatched out back in March, one of our first babies of the year. And then we also have a non-striped version of that. Get him out here. Here's a regular patternless. It does not have the striping in it. If I can get him to sit still, he's a little younger and smaller. This guy actually hatched out almost solid black. And since then he's lightened up quite a bit, but still a really neat little gecko. So the cool thing about the patternless gene is you can combine it with some of the other genes and make all new ones. So that's the main thing that the patternless will be used for in the future. Okay, and one other one that I wanted to show. Here's a whiteout fat-tailed gecko. And this is actually, I believe it's a codominant gene. So if you take a whiteout and you breed it to a normal, some of the babies come out whiteout. Pretty different looking from a normal. Really, really neat little gecko. So these are just some of the different leopard gecko morphs that we're working. I'm sorry, these are some of the fat-tailed gecko morphs. I work with leopard geckos so much I sometimes call fat-tailed geckos leopard geckos. These are some of the different fat-tailed gecko morphs that we're working with right now. We've got a few other ones that we'll be showing in the near future, such as the Oreo and also the ghost fat tail. So you can stay tuned for updates on that on our website, Gecko.com.